There comes a moment in life when you look around and it feels like everything is against you. The struggle is heavy. The doors are slamming in your face. The people who started with you are nowhere to be found. And you're wondering, am I even on the right path? Let me tell you something, the storm doesn't hit the people who are standing still. The storm comes for the ones who are months. If you've been feeling that pressure, that tension, that weight, you better get ready. That is not a sign to quit. That is confirmation that you are walking towards something greater. Because when you're on the right path, there are signs, clear, undeniable signs that let you know you're exactly where you need to be. And today I'm going to reveal those 5 signs, so you don't doubt for one more second. Stay with me, because this might just be the word that shifts your life. The struggle is proof of progress. Nothing in life that is worth having comes easy. Growth requires resistance. A seed does not break through the soil without a fight, and a butterfly does not emerge from its cocoon without a struggle. That process of breaking, pushing, and stretching is necessary for transformation. When you face obstacles, setbacks, and difficulties, it is not a sign that you are failing, it is a sign that you are growing. A weightlifter does not build strength by lifting something light. Muscles only grow when they are placed under tension. If there is no resistance, there is no progress. Life operates under the same principle. If everything is easy, if there is no challenge, if there is no hardship, then you are not being stretched. And without being stretched, you cannot step into your full potential. Every moment of resistance is preparing you for what is ahead. The pain is not pointless, it is positioning you. History has shown time and time again that struggle is often the precursor to greatness. Nelson Mandela spent 27 years in prison before he could lead his nation to freedom. Oprah Winfrey was fired from her first television job before becoming a media mogul. Thomas Edison failed over 1,000 times before he finally created the light bulb. These individuals did not allow struggle to be their stopping point. They let it be their stepping stone. Their resistance became the proof that they were headed in the right direction. Many people make the mistake of believing that struggle means they are on the wrong path. They think that if life is difficult, it must be a sign to turn back. But the reality is, resistance only comes when you are moving forward. A plane does not take off with the wind, it takes off against it. The very fact that you are experiencing difficulty means that you are pushing towards something greater. Even in nature, struggle serves a purpose. When a baby bird is ready to leave its shell, it must peck its way out. If someone interferes and cracks the shell for it, the bird will not develop the strength it needs to survive. That struggle is what prepares it to fly. The same principle applies to your life. The hardship you are facing is not meant to break you, it is meant to build you. The Bible even reinforces this truth. James 1:2-4 says, "Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Let perseverance finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything." Trials are not an indication of failure. They are part of the process that refines and prepares you for what is ahead. If you are struggling right now, do not be discouraged. That struggle is proof that you are evolving, that you are pushing through, and that you are headed towards something greater. It is not a sign to quit, it is a sign to keep going. The greatest victories always come after the hardest battles. Keep pressing forward, because the struggle you endure today is shaping the strength you will carry tomorrow. You feel uncomfortable in your comfort zones. You once found peace in the familiar, in the routine, in the place where things were predictable. But now, something inside you won't let you settle. You may have tried to ignore it, tried to convince yourself that everything is fine, but that voice inside of you won't let you rest. You are not satisfied with the status quo anymore, and that discomfort is a clear sign that you are on the path to something greater. Comfort zones are like invisible cages. They keep us safe, but they also keep us stagnant. At first, they serve a purpose, providing security and stability, but after a while, they begin to limit our growth. You can't grow if you don't stretch yourself, and stretching requires stepping outside of what feels comfortable. The things that are easy don't challenge us to rise above who we were yesterday. The routine that once gave you peace is now suffocating you because it is not aligned with the next level of your life. This discomfort you feel is the first indication that you are being called to something more. It's an inner tug, a prompting that tells you that your potential is too vast to be contained in the place you're in. This is where growth begins. Think about how a plant grows. It starts as a tiny seed in the ground. For a while, it is hidden from sight, protected and nourished by the soil. But eventually, the seed starts to push against the earth, breaking through the surface in search of sunlight. The seed can't stay buried forever. It has to rise. It is the same with us. We cannot grow into the fullness of who we are meant to be if we stay in the same place. The discomfort is a sign that you are being called to rise above your current circumstances. There is a reason why people who settle often feel unfulfilled. In the long run, comfort becomes a trap. The more you settle into it, the harder it becomes to break free. It may feel safe for a while, but deep down, you know that you are meant for something more. You may have dreams, passions, and goals that seem out of reach, but this discomfort is the force pushing you toward them. One of the most iconic examples of this is the life of Steve Jobs. At a certain point in his career, Jobs found himself feeling too comfortable with his success at Apple. He eventually stepped away from the company and founded Pixar, despite the uncertainty and risk that came with it. His decision to leave his comfort zone led to breakthroughs that not only changed the tech industry, but the world. The success he later achieved was born out of his willingness to face discomfort and step into the unknown. Another example is J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter series. She struggled for years living in poverty and feeling uncertain about her future. The comfort of a steady job and a predictable life was tempting, but she knew she had a story to tell, and stepping into the discomfort of writing and submitting her work led her to a level of success and fulfillment she never imagined. If you feel uncomfortable right now, that's not a bad thing. That's a sign that you are growing. The best things in life don't come from staying where it's safe. The discomfort you feel is pushing you towards something greater, something that's waiting for you just outside your comfort zone. Embrace that discomfort because it's the beginning of your breakthrough. You're being called to rise and step into the person you were always meant to be. Keep moving forward. Doors are closing, and that's a good thing. When things don't go as planned or when opportunities slip through your fingers, it's easy to feel defeated. You might wonder, why is this happening to me, or what did I do wrong? But sometimes those closed doors are actually guiding you towards something far better. In fact, the very rejection you're facing is often the redirection you need. When a door closes, it means that something better is waiting for you on the other side. The closed doors are not necessarily signs of failure, they are signs of divine intervention. They are the universe's way of telling you that what you thought you wanted may not be aligned with your true path. You could be aiming for a place that would keep you stuck, while the closed door is pushing you toward a larger, more expansive opportunity that you cannot yet see. Many people experience this in their careers. Take the story of Steve Jobs. After being fired from Apple, the very company he founded, Jobs could have been devastated. Instead, he used that moment to pivot. He founded Pixar, which became an enormous success, and eventually returned to Apple, where he transformed it into one of the most innovative companies in the world. His rejection wasn't the end of his journey, it was the catalyst to something much greater. Think about how often athletes face rejection. A player gets cut from a team or a contract falls through, but those closed doors often lead to new teams, new opportunities, and sometimes even a better position. In the world of sports, a closed door is seen not as the end, but as an invitation to evolve, to grow, and to find the right fit. So when you face rejection, when things don't go as planned, don't mourn the doors that are closing. Embrace them. They are helping you align with the right path, the one that will lead to greater success and fulfillment. Every closed door is a step closer to your true purpose. Your passion and purpose keep pulling you. You might think that after a certain age or stage in life, the fire that once burned inside you would fade, but for those truly connected to their purpose, it never goes out. In fact, no matter how hard you try to ignore it, no matter how many times you turn your back on it, your purpose will keep calling you. It's like an internal compass that refuses to let you veer too far off course. When you're on the right path, even the toughest challenges won't be enough to silence that voice inside you urging you to keep going. It's that voice that wakes you up in the morning, that stirs inside you when you think about the things you love doing. It's the thing that keeps you up at night because you know you have something special inside you waiting to be released. You might not know exactly how it's going to happen, but you feel that pull deep within. That passion isn't just a fleeting interest, it's your purpose speaking to you, guiding you in the direction you need to go. Think about someone like Michael Jordan. He faced setbacks and disappointments in his early years, and there were many moments when others doubted his potential. But despite all the failures, his passion for basketball never died. Even after being cut from his high school team, he kept practicing, refining his skills, and pushing forward. That unshakable love for the game eventually made him one of the greatest basketball players of all time. His passion pulled him through, even when the world was telling him it wasn't meant to be. This isn't limited to famous athletes. Take the example of J.K. Rowling, who faced rejection after rejection before publishing Harry Potter. For years, she struggled to make ends meet, and many publishers turned down her book. But her love for storytelling, her belief in the world she created, kept her going. She refused to let go of the vision, and today she's one of the most successful authors in history. That passion, that deep, burning belief in her craft led her through the hardest of times and toward the success she now enjoys. When your passion keeps pulling you forward, it's because there's something in you that needs to be expressed, something in you that's meant to touch the lives of others. Whether it's in art, business, teaching, or any other field, the constant call to keep moving forward is a sign that your purpose has not been fully realized yet. When you're walking in your purpose, nothing can shake your determination, even when circumstances seem impossible. And it's not just about your dreams. The purpose inside you isn't just for your benefit, it's meant to impact others. There are people out there who are waiting for the very thing you have to offer. Your passion is a gift that will not only transform your life, but the lives of everyone who crosses your path. Don't ignore the pull. Listen to it, follow it. It's not a coincidence, your destiny trying to guide you, to lead you the next step in your journey. Your passion is your roadmap. It will never lead you astray. Right people, right places, right timing. When you are aligned with your purpose, it seems as if everything falls into place at the right moment. You begin to notice that the people who can help you, guide you, and lift you up start showing up in your life at exactly the right time. These people come into your life not by chance, but because you're in alignment with your destiny. The universe, or whatever higher power you believe in, sends these people your way because you are in the right place at the right time, ready to receive them. Think about how Steve Jobs met Steve Wozniak. Two people with complementary skills and similar visions came together by chance, but were able to build one of the most valuable companies in history. Both had the right talents, but it wasn't just about the skills they had, it was about the timing and the alignment of their paths. Jobs was ready for something new, and Wozniak was just as determined to bring their vision to life. Their partnership was no accident. They were brought together at the right time and the right place for a purpose bigger than themselves. When you're in alignment with your purpose, your network changes. People who are aligned with your mission, who see your potential, and who offer support in ways that move you forward begin to appear in your life. It's not about the quantity of people you know, but the quality of relationships that develop around your vision. These people will push you, challenge you, and encourage you to keep moving forward, even when things get tough. The right places are also essential. You cannot expect to grow in a place that doesn't support your dreams. If you want to be a painter, you can't expect to thrive in an environment that dismisses art. You need to be in places that nurture your vision and that put you in touch with others who share similar aspirations. For example, if you want to be an entrepreneur, you will likely need to surround yourself with like-minded individuals who can offer advice, insight, and even collaborate with you. The right place brings opportunities, connections, and inspiration. Then there is the timing. Sometimes the hardest part of our journey is waiting. You can have all the passion, vision, and energy in the world, but if the timing isn't right, you will miss the opportunity. There are moments when everything clicks. You meet the right person at the right time and the right place, and everything begins to flow. Those moments are not coincidental. They happen when you are in sync with your purpose. Many people like Oprah Winfrey were told no over and over again before the right moment came for them to shine. Oprah's success didn't happen because she was the best person for the job, but because she was in the right place at the right time. Her breakthrough came when television was ready for someone like her. You don't have to force it. When you're aligned with your path, the people you need and the places that will fuel your purpose will appear. But the key is to trust the process. Stay faithful, continue to show up, and be open to receiving the right people and opportunities that will guide you to the next step in your journey. When you're in the right place, with the right people and the timing is aligned, doors that once seemed closed will suddenly open. That's how you know you're on the right path. The pain has a purpose. It's easy to see pain as something to avoid, something to run from, but it has an undeniable role in our journey. Every setback, every tear, every failure is part of the process. The discomfort you feel now is not wasted. It is shaping you into the person you are meant to become. There's an old saying, no pain, no gain, and it's more than just a motivational quote. It's the truth of how growth works. Without hardship, there would be no transformation. Pain is often the forge in which strength is created. Think about the process of refining gold. When gold is first mined, it's raw and impure. It has to go through a painful process of melting, heating, and filtering before it becomes a pure and valuable piece of jewelry. The gold does not gain its value until it has been through the fire. This process is no different from your life. The struggles you face, the painful moments you endure are refining you. They are preparing you for what's ahead. You might not see it in the moment, but that pain is necessary for you to step into your purpose. It teaches you resilience, perseverance, and grit. Many of the world's most successful individuals have experienced some form of suffering or pain that shaped them. Take the life of Nelson Mandela. He spent 27 years in prison, separated from his family and loved ones in a constant state of hardship. But that pain was not in vain. It fueled his determination to bring justice to South Africa. His suffering gave him the strength to lead and inspire others toward freedom. Without that pain, his power to lead would not have been the same. It was his time in prison facing hardship that refined his leadership and strengthened his resolve. Another example is Maya Angelou. She faced immense trauma in her early life, including abuse and hardship. But instead of letting those experiences destroy her, she channeled them into her work, becoming one of the most influential poets and authors of her time. The pain she experienced became the very thing that fueled her creativity and gave her voice the power to inspire generations. Pain can also serve as a teacher. In the difficult moments when you feel like giving up, that's often when you learn the most about yourself. It shows you your limits, but it also shows you that you have more strength than you think. Each time you push through, you prove to yourself that you are capable of more than you realize. The pain doesn't just make you stronger, it gives you wisdom. You learn how to navigate the challenges of life with more grace and understanding. It's easy to look at your struggles and wonder, why me? But when you realize that pain is a part of your growth, you can start to see it differently. You are being shaped for the life you are meant to lead. Just like a pearl forms from the irritation of an oyster, your greatest strengths can arise from your greatest struggles. Don't run from the pain, embrace it, learn from it, and know that it is part of your purpose. Every hardship is a lesson that will carry you forward, and nothing is wasted.